Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is about problem solving involving inverse functions. So, problem solving involving inverse functions, it is a process of finding answers to an identified problem using the given information necessary in solving the problem. So, it includes analytical and systematic approach and requires critical thinking skills. So, by the way, we have George Polya. Uh, he is well-known mathematician, and also he is the father of problem solving. He had identified the four basic principles in solving problems, and these are: first, understand the problem; second, devise a plan; third, carry out the problem; and the last one, look back. And these are the four principles identified by George Polya, the father of problem solving. And he also identified inverse procedures as one of the main strategies in solving problems. So let us have sample problem involving inverse functions. Number one, think a number, add 4 to it, multiply the result by 2, divide the result by 3. And if the resulting number is 50, what is the number? So let us have solution. So we need to construct an inverse function in this problem. So when the resulting number is given, solve the number thought at the beginning. So how? So we have the equation as translated from the problem. So the problem says that we think a number and we need to add 4 to it, and we need to multiply it by 2 and divide the result by 3. So the function now becomes f of x is equal to 2 times x plus 4 over 3. So we have y is equal to 2 times x plus 4 over 3. So we need to interchange the variables. Our y becomes x and our x becomes y now. So from y is equal to 2 times x plus 4 over 3, it will become now x is equal to 2 times y plus 4 over 3. So we need to multiply both sides by 3, and that will give us 3x is equal to 2y plus 8. Simplify. So we have 3x minus 8 is equal to 2y. Therefore, our y is equal to 3x minus 8 over 2. So that would be the inverse of the function, which is the function is f of x is equal to 2 times x plus 4 over 3. So in a given problem, x is equal to 50. So we need to input that value to our inverse function. So from inverse function of 3x minus 8 over 2, we have 3 times 50 minus 8 over 2. Simplify. So we have 150 minus 8 over 2. Therefore, our f to the power of negative 1 of 50 is equal to 71. So this is now the number taught at the start, which is 71. So by checking, we have, using the original function, which is f of x is equal to 2 times x plus 4 over 3. So what is the value of y? That is 50, which is equal to 2 times input the value of x, which is 71, plus 4 over 3. Simplify. we have 50 is equal to 2 times 75 over 3. So therefore, 50 is equal to 50. By checking, it is true that 71 is the number taught at the beginning. So we have example number 2. Example number 2 says, Engineer Ismail found out that a particular bridge can carry a maximum force T in tons. This force is related to the distance T between its supports given by the function T of D is equal to 15 over D cubed. The question is, how far should the supports be if the bridge carries 8 tons? So solution, from the given function in the problem, so we have T of D, which is equal to 15 over D cubed. Interchanging the variables of time and distance is not possible. What we are doing earlier, it is not possible in this problem since they represent specific values. So we can just solve for D in terms of T to find its inverse. So let us have. So from the given function, which is T of D is equal to 15 over D cubed, we need to cube both sides. So the function now becomes cube root of T rather is equal to cube root of 15 over D cubed, and this would become cube root of T is equal to 15 over T. Solve for D and it will result to 15 over cube root of T. Therefore, the inverse of the function T of D is equal to 15 over D cubed is T is equal to 15 over cube root of T. So given that the load is 8 tons, so T is equal to 8. And we need to substitute T with 8. Therefore, we have D of T is equal to 15 over cube root of T. Input the value, which is 8. And we have D of 8 is equal to 15 over cube root of 8. And this would become 15 over 2. So therefore, D of 8 is equal to 7.5. Therefore, by the value 7.5, the support must have a distance of at most 7.5 meters. So that is, it would carry a load with an 8 tons weight. So let us remember that a problem solving is a process of finding solutions to an identified problem given the information and needs analytic and mathematical skills. And in finding the inverse of the function, or finding the inverse of a function, is a strategy or a technique used by mathematicians in solving problems that works from the backward. And we need to remember that George Puglia was the father of solving mathematical problems. And he identified the 4 basic principles in solving problems. And these are understand the problem, devising a plan, carrying out the problem, and looking back. And that's all. See you on the next presentation.